FRCN appeals court ruling against Stanbic IBTC. NITE recovers $2.4 billion from oil firms in 5 years. And MTN CEO Babengwa resigns after $5.2 billion Nigeria fine. FG states and local governments record 1.32 trillion shortfall in allocations. Hello, you are watching BTVA's Business Nigeria, and I am Tunji Andrews. Here are the top stories making the rounds in Nigeria. The FRC appeals court ruling against Stanbic IBTC. That's the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria, has appealed against the ruling of a federal high court in Lagos. The judicial division presided over by Honorable Justice Ibrahim Buba delivered last week, Wednesday, on Stanbic IBTC Holdings in line with its mandate to regulate financial reporting. The order was restraining it from interfering with activities of the bank. Now, also, NITE recovers about $2.4 billion from oil firms in 5 years. That's the Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative. Recovered over $2.4 billion from entities, and another $7 billion as recoverable revenue into government coffers within the last 5 years. And now let's take a look at the equities market. Tosi, did we sustain the mild gains we saw on Friday?
No, Tunji, the market did not sustain the marginal gain that we saw on Friday. Today, it closed in the negative territory, marginally down 0.03% to 29,168.04 index points. It traded between 29,175 to 29,232 points. Early in the trade today, it was in the positive territory. However, it was dragged down by key movers such as Dangote Cement, Nigerian Breweries, and EcoBank. Analysis of the market activity reveals mixed sentiment as investors stayed cautious despite waning pessimistic pressure during the day. Although there is a sustained active supply pattern, over 1.3 billion shares were traded today in comparison to the volume of 980 million we saw on Friday. We see low-key opportunistic buying as investors took advantage of low prices to cover their positions accordingly. The active distribution was observed in the health sector, industrial sector, consumer goods, and oil and gas. Let's move on to our best performing stock for the day. We have Oando. Oando gained 10.10%. This is the maximum gain on the day, and it sustained a strong rally for the past 5 days. As at 10 a.m. this morning, it already booked this gain. Also, we see that this stock has maintained its fresh optimistic trading pattern after a prolonged sell down trend in the prior week. Last week, Oando announced a $91 million upsizing of its senior security facility from $215 million to $306 million, and the repayment of its $100 million Africa Export-Import Bank subordinated loan facility that was utilized to finance its ConocoPhillips $1.5 billion acquisition. It currently has a debt-equity ratio of 0.5 compared to the debt-equity ratio of 0.91 in June 2014. The stock displayed growing commitment towards price reversal after hitting 52 weeks low of 5 naira 92 kobo. It's currently trading at 8 naira 50 kobo. The gains that we've seen today are quite strong. They're in the high single-digit region, although not strong enough to pull up the index to the positive territory. Fitting was one of our worst performing stock last week. However, it's on the best performing chart. It gained 9.96%. We can see a price correction here as the worst performing stock of 17.16% last week has completely been offsetted by 9.96%. It has also inched away from its year low of 2 naira 76 kobo. On our worst performing stock, we have Cavatin, Wema Bank, Evans Medical, 7-Up, and Skybank. That is it from me.
Thanks, Josie. The market closed down at 0.03% to close the all-share index at 29,168.04. Now back to the top stories Btva is following today. Now, MTN CEO Babengwa resigns after $5.2 billion Nigeria fine. The MTN Group said that the Chief Executive Officer Sifiso Babengwa has resigned from Africa's biggest mobile phone company following the $5.2 billion fine by Nigerian operators. This is in relation to the unregistered subscribers. And also, we've also been following the fact that the FG states and local governments have recorded 1.32 trillion naira shortfall in allocations. This is mainly attributed to the persistent drop in prices of crude oil in the international market, and it has impacted negatively on allocations to the three tiers of government, with statutory allocations recording a shortfall of 1.32 trillion naira in the last 1 year. And that's all we have on the show today. Thanks for joining us on Business Nigeria. We are back tomorrow giving you market and economic updates. Till then, keep doing business, Nigeria.